Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Dr. Yudi. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Faqih Khoironi, and I'm the student of RPL Batch 5. And in this good occasion, I would like to present my response for the midterm TLL evaluation. And then based on that three case, I will choose the third case because the problem is that the assessment in ELL classes focuses only on written exams or and the final exam, which means that the assessment is only focused on the final grades and the achievement of the student. This is worsened by the fact that the feedback which is given to the students is still limited, and I certainly disagree because if assessment is focused only on the final grades or the achievement, teachers will only achieve the final grades, only the and will not know how the students are progressing. And similarly, the students will only receive the final grades without knowing what they do not understand, what areas they need to improve, and how to improve that. And ultimately, assessment becomes a merely tool for grading rather than a means to help students and learn and grow. So that's what I've learned in this course. Assessment shouldn't only focus on student achievement, which is defined as summative assessment, but also it should help the students to grow, which is defined as formative assessment. So um, uh, with a formative assessment, teachers can also provide feedback because good feedback motivates students and help them understand their mistakes and improve in effective learning strategies. So, but it needs to be noted that it is important to emphasize that a good feedback must be clear, encouraging, and provide solutions, not only the criticism. So, therefore, I've concluded that a good learning process will certainly make a much better result. So, for example, if I were an English teacher in a class speaking for daily communication, and the topic I needed to teach was ordering food at a restaurant, the first thing I would do is drilling some vocabulary or phrases that commonly used when ordering food at restaurant. And after that, student would be pairing two. Both of them will play a role play as they will be a seller or the customer. And I will observe each pair and provide the feedback they needed. Then, to double check whether they truly understand the phrases or vocabulary I've provided, I will give them a short quiz at the end of the class as the exit ticket and followed by feedback based on their answer. And in the next session, I will review the vocabulary or phrases previously delivered through the link. Then I'll ask my student to make a group creating a story based on the context and present it followed by and present it, and after that I will give a feedback for each group. Through these activities, student will experience a learning process that is both enjoyable and beneficial. So I hope that based on the overall explanation and examples I provided, as a future English teacher, I hope that I will ensure that assessment that I give do not focus only on the final grades, but also on the students growing. And I will ensure and I will also ensure that the feedback that I provide is clear, constructive, timely, aligned with learning objectives, and our solutions, not only the criticism. So it is the good uh, it is suitable with a good characteristic of the good provide good feedback. So that's all my explanation about the third case, and I hope it can be clearly understood. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.